a little bit more controversial. Good afternoon, everyone. This is your boy Hunter James. Apologies though because I'm having rough colds. I'm just actually going to make a commentary video on the 2017 UAAP cheer dance competition here in the Philippines. Some of you know, I was actually a cheerleader before. So I've been a fan and I've been following different cheerleading teams, both UAAP, NCAA, and NCC. If you haven't found a really good cover video of the entire CDC, if you weren't able to watch, I would like to recommend the channel of Phoenix C. I am actually going to link it down below. He always has a good feature video of all teams with clear music and high quality videos. A little bit more controversial. We're actually going for the UP Pep Squad, which is one of the highly anticipated teams. It is because of the fact that UP was absent last year because of certain issues. For me, UP Pep Squad's comeback is something that I am really looking forward into, because as I've said, they were absent last year and they still have the fierce and intense dance sequence that they always bring on their performances. However, I felt that since they were absent last year, they're having a comeback this year. A lot of people are having some sort of an expectation for UP because they always bring incredible performances. To be honest, they always have this trademark wherein their performances for the past few years are very anthemic. You would really see the concept and the theme of their performances, which is actually the signature of UP. And I think that this year that's what's lacking, but it's okay. I understand because they're making a comeback, and I think that there are a lot of the participating members of the squad are also new. So I would give it to that, because to be honest, the total performances are really clean as well. Not everything, but it's clean. It's well executed. The intensity of their movement, their fierceness is always there. The first jump sequence in their routine is really good. Their full twisting tosses are really on point as well. Clean, that's strong. There's no oblation left this year in their performance. I mean, that's their signature. But there is this part of their performance of their cheer, the end of their cheer wherein they actually pose it like that. It's not an oblate wherein it should be down. It's a total rebrand for UP. It's a totally different direction for UP this year. Wherein, for me, I think they should have actually retained the oblation features and their anthemic themes. Maybe because is what's keeping UP in the top, even though they're not winning the champion most of the time, but they're always remarkable. That's what makes everyone remember the UP Pep Squad. I felt that the music that they're using this year is something that they have used in their previous performances. I'm not really quite sure if I'm right. That's how I felt. Totally different routine, but I felt that the music is almost the same as one of their previous performances. That's just me. Don't hate on me, guys. The tumbling sequences are really clean. The tumbling passes are really strong. I like the moving 1-1-1 lifting, because there's one. It's really strong, especially they're all moving. I really like it. It shows flexibility, strength, and endurance. It's really, really good. Also, there's this segment of that sequence wherein there's a 1-1-2 lift, 1-1 and then 2. It's really strong. It's really strong. It's really nice. I commend that UP has done that before, so it's really good. Back tuck X out tosses. I felt that for UP could have actually used a better, higher difficulty, but they went for a cleaner and a much more safer routine this year. Since I understand it's a comeback and because we weren't able to perform last year, at least even though it's just a back tuck X out, it's really strong, it's really clean, and it has a good height. Other points, there is this weak rewind mounting sequence stunt that they did. A weak execution, but the stunts they were able to actually execute it well. So I also like the back roll handstand sequence because it's really strong and it's powerful, it's clean. The final pyramid. Is actually really clean as well. It's really nice. It's really strong, and it actually gives depth and a highlight on UP Pep Squad's performance. Those are my comments for UP Pep Squad. From UP Pep Squad, we're now going to NU Pep Squad. Guys, it's big. It's quite an expectation for them because for the past years they've been winning back-to-back championships for the UAAP CDC. The level of expectation for NU right now is really, really high. They have almost perfect scores. They have a really clean performances for the past 3 or 4 years, I think. But I actually felt that, to be honest, a few days ago when me and my friends were actually talking, I actually had the premonition that NU might not bag a championship this year because of the fact that the people that have been part of the championing team for the past few years are their seniors, and I think most of them are gone right now. They have graduated, and a lot of the members for NU Pep Squad right now are their juniors or not. They already had that expectation, but of course, as I wanted to see their performance, I might be wrong because of the fact that they have set this certain level of standard for the past few years wherein they're winning consecutive back-to-back championships, level of difficulties, executions, almost perfect routines. Those are the things that why NU is also becoming highly anticipated team for cheerleading in the Philippines as well. Let's go to the routine. The front full twist layouts in the beginning is really well executed. It's really nice. However, when they went to the lifting, I think it's in the first sequence, there was an early fall. Which is quite surprising, and I actually felt bad though because while I was watching, the crowd is really cheering because there was a fall in NU, and NU is an almost perfect routine. Of course, different schools are having this hope that okay, we might be having a chance to be part of top 3 because of NU and all. I felt bad, but guys, they're just still their people, their team. It's not perfect, but of course, it's a surprise for NU because for the past years, you have been delivering an almost perfect routine. Aside from that, there's this 2-1-1 sequence pyramid transition. That I actually really like because the level of difficulty during the transition and delivery is something that I think no other school was able to do. Only NU can actually do that. And so hats off to them. Hands down as well, because they're really good about that. The hill stretch lift sequence. It has a unique dismount. Wherein not everyone can actually execute as clean as how NU did it. There's this sequence wherein is actually really nice. However, if we're gonna watch it in any videos, on the far left, it actually fell twice. they were able to do the entire sequence of the lifting of the group stunt, which is actually, I think, one of the factors why it caused NU not to be part of the top 3 this year. It's not as strong as how NU actually projected themselves for the past few years. It's quite bad for NU. I mean, it's okay if you fall, but you have to recover. But hats off for that group. But if we were able to actually at least try to catch up and do the entire sequence, however, the get up cannon sequence is amazing. It's clean. The fountain rotating section. Lift is actually really highlighted. It's really good. They placed it in the perfect sequence, perfect feature, while everyone is on the floor doing their own routines. Their highlight pyramid is actually well executed. And the tumbling passes are leveled up. It's much more stronger and have a higher difficulty. It's cleaner as well, so I have to give it to them. The pike layout twist toss is actually on point. It's like somersault, but you have to execute in a pike and then you have to twist afterwards. So it's something not everyone was able to do aside from NU. Another thing for NU is not really a prop performer, which makes them quite unique for the past few years. They don't have much props because they're known for the costume changes that are actually integrated already. But looking to the performance, it's heavily, I think it actually also gave a factor on why they weren't able to perform that well, because they're not really used to performing with much props. I think it was overly propped for NU Pep squad, wherein I think they could have at least be part of the top 3 if they weren't having that much of a prop. Maybe it could have actually featured much more of their skill than most of the props. I'll summarize this vlog first before I move on for the top 3. I think the highlight for CDC this year are, aside from the full twists, their highlight pyramids, their group stunts or 2-on-1 stunts, their tumbling passes difficulty level is quite higher than the usual. Props, I have to comment on the props. It's not really necessary for you to have props. I mean, your costume should be your prop. Your skills should define the performance, not the props. And if you're gonna use a prop, make sure that the prop is actually, you're the ones utilizing the prop, not the prop is utilizing you. I felt that for the past performances, that's what I saw that have actually affected the entire routine, which is, for me, is something that you have to consider if you're going to use a prop. As a performer, apologies for the sudden pain. As I was actually saying, it's too much for the performances of these performers or these athletes. Actually could have actually utilized something better for them to execute a routine properly. And I do felt that this year the props is something irrelevant for the performances. I do felt that the routines could have been executed better if there's not much props involved. Those are the non-placed performers for this year's cheer dance competition. And I do felt that NU, UP, FEU could actually be a great contender for top 3 if it was actually delivered and executed well. Those are the teams that could have been part of the top 3 because of their level of difficulty, the totality of their theme, and their execution as well. Their gymnastics level skills is something that can actually be a good addition. It's just that for me, again, thank you so much for watching my videos.